Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Umineko and I Cry, episode 4. So yeah, last time we are in the, I guess, second round of Maria flashbacks. Sad flashbacks, and yeah, the Dark Lord has returned right here, and let us continue and let's see what happens here. Waiting to greet Rosa as she returned home all tired out was Maria in an unbelievably good mood holding Sakutaro. Most likely, Rosa's worn out expression was partly because she really was tired, but partly because it would be a pain when Maria, who should have been grumbling after staying home alone for several days, would cling to her sobbing. However, when she was welcomed by an unbelievably happy Maria, and found that her tears or fears were unbelievably needless, Rosa couldn't hide her surprise.
どうしたのマリア。とてもご機嫌ね。誰か来ているの?
It was strange enough to make Rosa think that a friend had come over and that she'd come home right when they were having a good time playing together. But there were no other shoes by the entrance. Even though Maria was in such high spirits, she had been home alone. At first, Rosa was suspicious that the cause of this unexpected good mood could be nothing good. But that really was a needless fear, and in any event, Maria really had been in a good mood while she watched over the house. Even if Rosa's heart had been cold and hard as a rock after being welcomed with a smile like this, Rosa started to honestly accept that smile, and a smile rose to her own face automatically. In that smile, you could no longer see any of the weariness of someone who'd been unable to return home for several days. Maria kept talking about what a fun time she'd had playing with her stuffed animal Sakutaro. Rosa really hadn't imagined that the stuffed animal she herself had given would be so appreciated, and she couldn't hide her pleased surprise.
そう。サク太郎と一緒に仲良くお留守番していたのね。偉いわマリア。そんな偉いマリアとサク太郎にお土産があるわよ。うりゅう。お土産。
Both Maria and Sakutaro started jumping around. There were two presents. One contained an assortment of Western sweets. Inside was a Scotch cake. It looked to be of very high quality. But Maria was more interested in the other one. The other one was an even bigger box and it was really heavy.
開けてごらん。マリアとサク太郎の新しいお友達になれるかもね。
Another doll?
何これ
Inside, laid there like chess pieces, were about 20 small ceramic figures shaped like animals. Squirrels, rabbits, small birds, dogs, and cats. And they were all holding musical instruments. Okay. In addition to them, there were also a panorama-style background. A forest scene was drawn onto it. The small forest animals were gathered in a plaza and looked like they were having a good time. Rosa set it up on the table, and when she then lined up the ceramic figures like chess pieces in front of it, it became a band of forest animals.
素敵でしょ。お店のショーウィンドウで見て一目惚れしちゃったの。これをいい子でお留守番してたマリアにプレゼントするわ。ありがとうママ。すごいねサク太郎。お友達がこんなに増えちゃったね。サク太郎の言う通りだった。楽しく賑やかに過ごしてたらお友達が増えちゃうって本当だった。ね、言った通りでしょ。ほらね、お友達が増えた。ほらね、お友達が増えた。うりゅー。
Relieved that her gift had been appreciated, Rosa remembered that she'd been filled with several days of weariness.
本当にお疲れ様。シャワー浴びてくるといいよ。あったかいの浴びるときっと疲れが取れるよ。湯船にする？マリアが今日は入浴剤を選んであげるね。
ありがとう。でも、もう遅いから、マリアは寝る支度をなさい。ママも疲れたから、シャワーだけ浴びてすぐ寝るわ。明日も早いし。
わかった。
The voice actor is really good when showing, when portraying Maria like this. The emotions from the voice. Like you can legit say like, oh, she's very happy. You could legit say that.
はい、ママ。コート脱がしてあげる。
大丈夫だってば。ありがとう。
ママのコート、お外の匂いがいっぱいする。あ、ごめん。何か落とした。拾うね。
When she took out Rosa's coat, a receipt or ticket stub or something fell out. It had been in Mama's pocket, so it was probably important. Maria hardly picked it up. It looked like a ticket for the green car or the Shinkansen or something. Atami. Wasn't it the place for its hot springs? Okay. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. With a razor sharp sound, the warm atmosphere shattered. Why? Why do you do this? Instead of the Rosa who had been there just a second ago, enjoying the gift with her daughter and recovering from her weariness with a long-awaited return home, there stood a person who looked exactly the same but who had a completely different, terrifying expression on her face. In her hand was a ticket stub that Maria had picked up. She had stolen it from Maria's hand in an instant. Meaning, she was there in the hot springs with what? With a date, right? Just a few seconds too late. By the point of her hand that had been hit and her mother's expression, Maria realized that she must have done something wrong. But she didn't know what she had done that had gotten her in trouble. It was probably because of that the ticket stub-like thing. Was she not supposed to touch it? Even though she had tried so hard to welcome Mama with fun and happiness, she had touched something important to Mama without asking and had ruined that pleasant atmosphere. Yeah, it was a really, really pleasant atmosphere. I was like, okay, at least we're gonna be having maybe a little bit fun this time. But no, it never lasts whenever Rosa is around. So Maria apologized immediately.
ごめんなさい。
Even though she must have heard those words of apology, Rosa's expression actually darkened. Maybe those weren't the words she had been hoping for. Maria didn't know what to do and stared at her mother's reaction. Then, even though it should have been such an important ticket stub, Rosa crushed it up and hurried off to her room. Maria didn't really understand what she had done wrong.
マリア、きっと余計なことをしたんだね。あの紙はきっとママのお仕事の大切なものだったんだね。それに勝手に触っちゃったから。ウリュウ、マリアは悪くないよ。
Yeah. It just broke the mood, man. It killed it. Killed the happiness that was in this room.
だから今夜だってこんなにも幸せ。幸せ。ママだってお風呂に入ってすっきりしたらいつもの優しいママに戻ってくれるよ。だから気にしちゃダメ。ウリュウ。
I guess this is where it begins. I mean, she's not really hitting Maria yet. But I guess it's slowly gonna unfold and show to us how she started doing this to Maria. Because yeah, I guess as of right now, she hasn't really like hit Maria the way she's been hitting her. Like in the previous scenes that we've already watched, right? So what happened that triggered her doing that to Maria? Like repeatedly. Like if yeah, she did it once, she started it, I mean, and then she could just continue doing it.
そうだね。ママだって疲れてるんだもんね。気にしちゃダメだね。今夜だってマリアたちはこんなにも幸せ。ウリュウ、
もうやめてよ。見てられない。
エンジェは幸せの見つけ方が間違ってると思うよ。
間違ってるのはお姉ちゃんでしょ。これのどこが幸せだってのよ。もう痛々しくて見てられない。
何が？ママが急に怒り出したこと？人間疲れていればそういうこともあるものだよ。一時の感情のすれ違いだけで相手を全否定するのってエンジは大人じゃないと思うよ。
9歳のマリアお姉ちゃんに言われるとはね。でもそんなことじゃないでしょ。問題なお姉ちゃんが拾ったあの判件、明らかにおかしいじゃない。
何が？何もおかしくないし、今夜の幸せと何も関係ないよ。
ローザおばさんは仕事で会社に泊まり込むって電話してきたんでしょ。なんで熱海？それって旅行でしょ。マリアお姉ちゃんを置き去りにして旅行に行ってたってことでしょ。しかも普通旅行って言ったら一人では。
あれが仮に熱海行きの件だったとしても、だからってママが嘘をついて旅行に行った証拠にはならないよ。
電話で嘘をついてあんなにも形相変えて奪い取って何よりの証拠じゃない。
昔の仕事で出張した時のものかもしれないよ。あるいはゴミか何かをたまたまポケットに入れちゃっただけかも。部下の人が出張した時の領収書かもしれないね。だったら仕事の大切なもの、おもちゃじゃないんだからママが取り上げたのも頷けるよ。エンジェの言う証拠なんて単なる状況証拠。想像と妄想。どうしてマリアとママの仲が悪くなるように解釈するのかわからないよ。
どうしてお姉ちゃんがそこまでローザおばさんの都合がいいように解釈できるかの方がわからない。
I mean, yeah.
やっぱりエンジェはかわいそうな子。君を幸せにしてくれるかけらはこんなにもたくさん身の回りに落ちているのに、それを見つけられない。なのに不幸せなかけらばかり見つけてしまって傷つき続けている。だからエンジェは傷つくことに怯え、傷つけるものが身の回りにないかどうか、それを確かめ終わるまで幸せ探しすら始められない。
お姉ちゃんと話をしてるとおかしいのがどっちかわからなくなってくるわ。
あのね、幸せのかけらも不幸せのかけらもどちらもいっぱいあって世界を満たしてるの。だから身近の幸せが見つけられない人はどこまで探しに行っても見つけられない。チルチルとミチルが青い鳥を探したみたいに。
そうね。そういう教訓の話だった。
エンジェはその正反対。不幸せなかけらが全くない世界を探してる。でもそれだって青い鳥と同じなんだよ。だから永遠にエンジェは自分の幸せを見つけられない。
You will be unable to find your happiness for all eternity.
バトラはヘンゼルなの？青い鳥なんじゃないの？
もういい加減にして。いずれにせよ、幸せな夜がコートから落ちた一枚の紙切れで台無しになったことはよくわかったわ。
怖いね。一枚の紙切れで。なら、幸せを取り戻す力も一枚の紙切れに 宿れるかもしれないよね。
But yeah, right? A single scrap of paper. For an instant, right? She just picked it up. It destroyed that happiness for the night. It destroyed the mood. Instantly. It was just this little paper, and instantly all that fun, all that happiness, just gone. Just when she'd finally been able to communicate with Maria after so long, Rosa's face twisted with a mixture of anger, sadness and a fierce self-hatred as she flew into her room and closed the door. Maria's sorry had sliced into her chest sharper than a knife. At the time, she noticed a cute envelope placed on her study table. Oh yeah, the envelope Maria put there. It was probably something that had come with a girl's magazine. To Mama, let me share my happiness with you, it said. She took it and after hesitating, opened it and read what was inside. Then after dotting the surface of the paper with two large tears, she flew out of the room, hugged Maria from behind as she headed for the bathroom, buried her face into her daughter's back and cried. And realizing that she was the one who should truly be saying sorry, she apologized. Why is Mama apologizing? There was no answer to that question.
ほら、もう仲直り。あんなの、ママとマリアの仲良しの前には全然気にすることないんだよ。
Yeah, reason I find this always, even though, like, yeah, look at this. Like, look what Rosa did, right? She was hugging Maria because of what Maria gave her, right? Like, say, tears of joy. But the thing is, it never lasts with the both of them. They're good now, and then later they're gonna fight again. It's always like that with these two, right? It never lasts. There's a happiness between the two of them. It ends as fast as it starts.
私にはマリアお姉ちゃんの幸せは
エンジェの気持ちも一応は理解するよ。マリアだってこの力に気づくまでは今のエンジェと同じで不幸なかけらしか見つけられない気の毒な子だったから。
その力って何？私になくてお姉ちゃんにはある。そしてそれがないから私は不幸でお姉ちゃんは幸福だというの？力という抽象的な表現でしか理解できないそれは一体どんな力なの？
うん。エンジェはそれが知りたいんだよね。だから私の物語をここまで読み進めてきたんだもんね。もちろんだよ。教えてあげる。この力の秘密を。そして私は昔、幼いエンジェにちゃんと教えてあげたんだよ。忘れちゃってる？大丈夫。思い出せるよ。今から私が、彼女が、教えてあげる。
彼女？って誰？
わらわがそれを。
ベアトリーチェ。
マリアにはあって、そなたにはない力。
うん。マリアにあって、エンジェにない力。
Maria and Beato said it together. And then they started giggling because they said it at the same thing. It was an innocent reaction, one that didn't seem like Beato at all. Magic. We're here now. Black tea was arranged on a table in a peaceful garden. And Beato, Maria, and Sakutaro, who was sitting on Maria's lap, were having fun chatting.
ほう。
Okay, can we just stay here? Let's not go back to the other side.
そうか。作太郎と申すか。 そなたの一番の友人とな。
ウリュウ、はじめまして、作太郎と申します。おう、作太郎は人見知りするから緊張してるの。大丈夫だよ。ベアトリーチェもマリアの素敵なお友達なんだよ。ウリュウ、マリアの友達は僕も友達？うん。ウリュウ、じゃあ僕もベアトリーチェの友達？うん。ウリュウ！
マリアにとってはこのようなことは日常においてよくあることなのか？
お？何が？
このように無機物に魔法の魂を込め生を宿らせることはそなたの日常においては左半時なのか？
おお、作太郎は無機物じゃないよ。ライオンの子だよ。うりゅ
ー。ぬいぐるみはよりしろとして優秀だ。ゆえに毒を持たぬ無垢な子供が話しかけることによってそれに応えようとする精霊が宿ることが少なくない。
Innocent children with no toxin? According to Beatrice, every time a child plays with dolls, the dolls actually gain a will and converse with them, sometimes even moving by their own will. However, because of their innocence, the power imbued into such a vessel is very weak. If they get struck with even a tiny bit of the toxin from a human's common sense, which says that there is no way a doll can talk or move, they instantly revert to being non-speaking dolls.
しかしそなたのその作太郎というぬいぐるみは違う。
作太郎はぬいぐるみだけどぬいぐるみじゃない。ウリュウ、ライオンの子ウリュウ、作太郎はライオンの子だけどまだ子供だから時々ガオーって言えないの。ウリュウリュウリュウ、ウリュウリュウリュウ。
Gazing at Maria, who was playing around with Sakutaro by the table loaded with tea, Beatrice let out a sigh of admiration.
なんということか。作太郎とやらはその布地と綿のよりしろを核に完全に人間界に顕現している。自らの人格を持ち召喚者と自在に対話をし、しかも自らの意志で動いている。しかもさらに驚くべきは、それが異界の人物を名指しして呼び寄せたものではなく、マリアがゼロの海から生み出したものという点だ。
After that, Maria boasted to Beato that Sakutaro wasn't her only friend and that she had made or had many more of them back at home. It seemed there were other similar stuffed animals and dolls who could talk and moved of their own will like Sakutaro. It was something natural for Maria. It was natural for stuffed animals to talk, move, and become her friends of their own will. When she saw that Maria accepted this as something natural, as a witch, Beatrice felt a respect bordering on awe.
マリア、そなたのその力は紛れ。
魔法なの？マリアはまだ魔女見習いだから魔法なんて使えないよ。
いいや、魔法だ。それを自覚して使えぬから未だ見習いなのであろうが、それにしても大した魔力。そなたの友人作太郎の権限こそがその立派な証であるぞ。
権限って？
うん。そなたの場合は創造と呼んでもよいであろうな。他人の手にあっては何の魂も持たぬ無機物がそなたの魔法によって魂を吹き込まれている。しかもそれを強力な力で人間界に留めている。 これほどまでに魔法を否定する毒気に満たされた現代において、一個の生命体足り得るほどに権限できる魔力は、わらわとて容易なことではないわ。
It isn't hard to give birth to any number of soulless beings. However, giving birth to a being with a soul is very difficult. This is what Beato asserted.
ベアトが言うのがよくわかんない。サク太郎がすごいってこと？
サク太郎とそなたが共に
Sugui.
素晴らしいということだ。
Subarashi.
誇ってよい。なるほど。金蔵の最も欲したものはそなたに一番濃く宿っているらしい。
The which Kinzo desired above all else seems to dwell most strongly within you.
なんでベアトにそんなに褒められるのかさっぱり。ねえサク太郎。うりゅー。
真に驚嘆すべきは、ぬいぐるみに魂を宿したことだけではないのだ。それにより自己の世界観まで変化させた。そなたは無より有を生じる力が群を抜いている。1を100にすることはたやすい。しかし0から1を生じることはたやすくはない。そなたが一人前の魔女になったなら、わらわと双璧どころか、わらわとて一目置かざるを得ない大魔女に成長するであろう。原初の魔女か。そなたの将来がわらわにとっても楽しみだ。
ベアトに魔女の才能あるって褒められた。よかったねマリア。ウリュウ、ベアト、マリアを褒めてくれてありがとう。
礼には及ばぬぞサク太郎。その赤いマフラーは実に似合っているぞ。そしてそなたのような友人を生み出せるそなたの主人の才能に嫉妬する。
マフラー褒めてくれてありがとう。これマリアにプレゼントしてもらったの。僕のお気に入り。
まさにそなた専用のマフラーになるために生まれてきたようなサイズであるな。これはわらわも新しき友人に何かプレゼントを贈らねばなるまい。
I must also give my new friend some kind of present.
ほう、ベアトがサク太郎にプレゼントを。
魔女の贈り物は魔力あるものと決まっておる。
Okay, I wonder what that could be.
ならばそなたの友人がいつまでもそなたの友人でいられるよう、そしてそなたともっと楽しく遊べるように、サク太郎にわらわの魔力を贈ろう。それによりさらに強く権限することができるだろう。
サク太郎ともっともっと楽しく遊べるようになるの？どうやって？うりゅ？なんだろうマリア。それって怖いこと？大丈夫だよ。ベアトは怖いことなんて何もしないよ。ね、ベアトリーチェ。
必ず気に入ってもらえるはずだ。さて、より強く権限するにはより強いイメージが必要であるな。さてさて、どうしたものか。
Beato crossed her arms and thought about what she could do to please them even more. Whoa! Virgilia is here, and then right there was the form of yet another witch. It was Beato's teacher, Virgilia. Virgilia truly was a great witch. Since Maria already thought of Beato as a great witch, this person Beato called a great witch must have been a great witch. According to Beato, she still didn't even rise up to this witch's feat when it came to magical power.
おやおや、賑やかな声が聞こえてくると思ったら、楽しそうなお茶会ですこと。おお、お師匠様。ちょうどいいところへ。このライオンの子を見てほしい。マリアの新しい友人だそうだ。可愛らしいライオンさんですね。ご挨拶はできるのかしら。はじめまして、こんにちは。
ウリュウ、作太郎と申します。
Sakutaro fell to Maria's lap, greeting Virgilia with half of his face poking out over the edge of the table. It seemed he was very nervous, since this was a witch that even Beato called a teacher.
可愛らしい名前だこと。上手な挨拶ができたご褒美にお菓子をあげましょうね。
After waving her hands, Virgilia held the palm of her hand upwards, as though she was lightly grabbing at the empty air. Then she held her fist out in front of Sakutaro. When she opened her fist, there was one of those individually wrapped cough drops.
ウリュウ、飴だよマリア。すごいすごい。よかったね作太郎。ちゃんとお礼を言ってね。ウリュウ、飴をどうもありがとうございます。ペコリ。
Even though Virgilia was a great witch, she still treated a stuffed animal like Sakutaro to an elegant greeting.
しかしお師匠様、のど飴とはまたババ臭い。
True. A cough drop?
せめていちごミルクのキャンディーとか出ないのかよ。これはひどい。もうあなたには飴をあげませんよ。
But yeah, I want a cough drop.
悪い。さて、マリア、そなたの魔導書を出すがよい。もちろん筆記用具もな。
出すよ。何か書くの？
おや、何を始めるのですか？お師匠様に習った魔法を使うのだ。よりしろに異界の住人を権限させる魔法。あれの応用でこのマリアの友人を権限させる力をより強めることができるのではないかと思ってな。それをマリアとマリアの友人への贈り物としたい。なるほど。すでに権限している存在ならそう難しいことではないでしょう。それは素敵な贈り物になりそうですね。では私もささやかですが協力しましょう。お師匠様が立ち会い人にサインしてくれる魔法なら心強い。喜べマリア、これは素晴らしい贈り物になるぞ。
ウリュウ、何が始まるの？怖くない？怖くない？わかんない。でも怖くないと思う。なんだろうね、楽しみだね。
Beato borrowed the grimoire from Maria's handbag and majestically flipped through the pages. Then she found an empty page among those with magic circles drawn onto them and then flattened it out. After gazing at Sakutaro with a grin, she suddenly started moving her pen. It was something like a written declaration made by witches to a high order world. It was magic whose effect could be controlled if Beatrice wrote and Virgilia signed. Maria didn't understand what Beato was writing at first, but partway through she figured out the wonderful magical power of this document and her eyes began to sparkle.
ウリュウ？どうしたのマリア？何を書いているの？ウリュウ？
Sakutaro was on her lap, so he didn't know what was being written on the table. But even if he had seen, Sakutaro probably wouldn't have understood.
すごいよサク太郎。待ってて、もうすぐだよ、もうすぐだよ。ベアトすごい、ベアトすごい。
力ある書面の筆記においてこの子の才能は素晴らしい。あなたになら魔界の書記官すら務まりそうですよ。
Okay.
これでどうか。まずまずであろう。
After finishing her writing with an intense amount of concentration, Beato looked over the document again from a distance. It seemed she was fairly satisfied with her work. And Maria, who was also peeking in at it, let out a cry of wonder.
すごいよベアト。かわいい。
黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェの名においてマリアの子サク太郎をここに認める。お師匠様、立会人にサインを頼むぜ。はいはい、我が名においてこの先生に立ち会い認めるものなり。できましたよ。
Virgilia signed and completing the written declaration. It was a document with the power to proclaim to the beings of a higher world that Sakutaro had most certainly materialized in the human world. Sakutaro, who had been born from Moria, was nominated by two witches, Beatrice and Virgilia. And just now, his existence had been acknowledged by the higher world. That itself was the great magic of a materialization. According to Beato, it was apparently quite fortunate that Virgilia was there. After all, depending on the number of quality witches that signed proclamations to the higher world, the power that resided in them could change drastically. So Virgilia in particular had many friends in that higher plane. So her signature gave the proclamation a power with which Beatos couldn't even compare.
この宣言書により汝作太郎を自我ある一個人と認める。そしてその存在をマリアージュ・ソルシエールの条約に従い友人として迎える。
Mariage Sorcière.
今より作太郎は我ら共通の友人だ。それにふさわしき姿を贈り物としてそなたに贈ろう。受け取るがよい。
With the grimoire still opened to the page of the proclamation, she turned it around and handed it to Maria. Maria showed it to Sakutaro on her lap. When Sakutaro beheld that proclamation, he felt something hot and bright begin to dwell in his body made of cloth and cotton. Even as he looked around, nervous at this sensation he'd never felt before, the power strengthened. And eventually a bright light completely swallowed him up.
うりゅうりゅうりゅうりゅうりゅう。
Oh, he's real now. He has become a real boy. Then when the light disappeared, there, Maria's friend, Sakutaro held a new form and existed. Look at that. He'd still have the medal there.
かわいいよサク太郎。すっごいかわいいよ。うりゅうりゅう。本当に似合ってる？恥ずかしくない？
So is the voice actor for Sakutaro the same still as like Maria voicing him? Like yeah, when she was talking through, I guess through Sakutaro, when Sakutaro was still, yeah, I guess a doll, it was Maria, right? But now it's a little bit different now.
とても可愛らしい姿ですよ、作太郎ちゃん。マフラーがチャームポイントだと思ってな。 あとは耳だ。獣耳はいいぞ。あとでわらわにもかじらせよ。
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。素敵なプレゼントを本当にありがとう。
礼には及ばぬ。そなたの素晴らしき魔法と友人に敬意を表したまでよ。そしてこの域にまで達したそなたはもはや見習いをいつ卒業してもおかしくない。今日よりさらに新しく楽しい魔法を伝授してやろう。これより原初の魔女見習いのマリアと名乗るがよい。
An apprentice of the Witch of Origins. Wow.
原初の魔女って？
うん。造物主の道を求める魔女の称号よ。今は身の回りの小物に魔力を吹き込む力しか持たぬエンチャンターでしかない。しかし1000年の修行を経たならば、その胸の内より魔法体系はおろか、銀河を生み出すことも夢ではあるまい。
原初の魔女の才能はとても希少。幼き日には誰もが持つのに、誰も持ち続けることができない。この称号はあなたが汚れなき心を失わなかったことの証でもありますね。
原初の魔女すごい。なる。マリア、原初の魔女見習い。マリア、すごいね、すごいね。原初の魔女、すごいすごい。うりゅう。
やがては一人前の原初の魔女マリア教を名乗ることになろう。
Lady Maria, Witch of Origins.
作太郎だけでなく、そろそろそなたもその格にふさわしい身なりをしても良い頃であろうな。それ、見習いとはいえ魔女の名を語るにふさわしき服装を与えよう。
When Beata waved the pipe that was her cane, many gold butterflies that had appeared out of nowhere grouped around Maria, giving her a wonderful dress. Wow. It was certainly fitting for the girl who would eventually take the name of the Witch of Origins, combining both cuteness and dignity.
すごい。
She even has her own staff.
すごいすごいすごいすごい。かわいいかわいい。このお洋服、ママにも見せたい。ダメ？
魔女の清掃はみだりに見せてはならぬぞ。もったいぶった方が価値が出るというもの。
Then the great witch, the witch's apprentice, and their new friend, Sakotaro, enjoyed a lively tea party.
ね。私はこんなにも幸せだよ。そしてこんなにも楽しい。幸せになることをどうか恐れないで。幸せになるというのは今の不幸を受け入れるという意味じゃないの。今の不幸の中に幸せを新しく生み出すということなの。それが原初の魔法。
私は今の自分の世界を認めたくなかった。こんなにも孤独で辛い世界を肯定するのが許せなかった。だからマリアお姉ちゃんの世界に惹かれながらも最後の一戦で受け入れられなかった。
教えてあげる。マリアの原初の魔法を。いいえ、教えたことがあったはず。そしてあなたにも使えたはずなんだよ。忘れちゃった？エンジェだってマリアージュ・ソルシエールに名を連ねる魔女の見習いだったでしょ？
ええ。
そうだったわね。マリアージュ・ソルシエル、懐かしいわね。私もそこに名を連ねていることがあったっけ。
Okay, we're done with the chapter. That was pretty good though. It was much better just being here. In when Mario was just talking to Beatrice and Virgilia rather than with Rosa.
ええ、あれは忘れもしない。
Okay. So I guess we will take a break here and okay, let me remove the sound there. So I do apologize if you hear like some pops right at the by the end of this chapter. Yeah, there are a little bit pops there when they were talking. So this is the problem I have when I guess when playing this game. Sometimes when you open the game, they would have these pops, music when they're talking or whatever, and the way to remove them is yeah, to repeatedly restart the game or yeah, restart the PC for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, there wasn't like you can see there that this is an issue in the Umineko project, and yeah, I do apologize if that happens, but at least it happened, I guess, by the end of this chapter, so I guess that's pretty fine, right? Anyways, I guess yeah, that was pretty good though. I like that. Sakutaro, he has his own form now, and that was much more fun, I guess. This time, this is much more fun than what we had, I guess, last episode, right? But Rosa, the Rosa instantly, right? We just, yeah, she just saw the stab. I guess a ticket stab. Instantly snatched it away. I mean, I get, yeah, of course she feels guilty by doing whatever she's doing, right? So the instant she saw that, snatched it away. I mean, she could have just taken the paper, right? But no, she broke the mood right there. So I guess we're gonna be, I guess, slowly going through this flashbacks with her. Yeah, we're gonna get more flashbacks for sure, and we're probably gonna see the trigger, as I was saying last time. What trigger happened, or what happened for Rosa to like really like hurt Mario whenever she's angry, right? But yeah, because yeah, for the flashbacks itself, we don't really see her doing that. But yeah, there something must have happened that made it worse, right? Made it worse. And yeah, I'm not really looking forward to looking at that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next time. We're gonna continue this and do more of Umineko When They Cry, episode 4 in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye-bye.